Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Syed Akid bin Syed Azhar, and now I'm going to present to you about tips for negotiation in UAE or United Arab Emirates. Before I start, I would like to introduce to my group members, which consists of 5 members. The first one is myself, Syed Akid bin Syed Azhar, and the other 4 members are Tajul Ahmad Nabhann bin Tajuddin, Ahmad Luthfi bin Abdul Majid, Aiman Darwish bin Ahmad Faizul Nizam, and the last one is Muhammad Razin Naif bin Zaidi. Before I dive any deeper, let's talk about United Arab Emirates background. Okay, so the United Arab Emirates or UAE, established in 1971, is a Middle Eastern nation situated on the Arabian Peninsula, comprising 7 emirates with Abu Dhabi as its capital. The UAE boasts diverse geography, including desert, coastlines, and mountains. Its economy, once heavily reliant on oil, has diverged into sectors like tourism, finance, and technology, but particularly in cities like Dubai and Abu Dhabi. So the Emirati culture is deeply rooted in Islamic traditions with Arabic as the official language, and the UAE has gained global recognition for its rapid modernization, iconic architecture, and influential role in regional diplomacy and economics. While it remains a stable and prosperous nation, it also grapples with sustainability, labor, and human rights challenge. Okay, so I will begin about the negotiation process in UAE. Okay, so the first one, let's talk about the unique cultural in UAE. So the negotiation process in the United Arab Emirates or UAE is influenced by its unique cultural, economic, and legal aspects. In the UAE, negotiations often begin with a strong emphasis on building personal relationship and trust, establishing rapport through small talk and showing respect for local customs and traditions is crucial. It's common for negotiation to take time as trust and mutual understanding and prioritize over quick deals. The second one, in the UAE, negotiations are often hierarchical, with senior representative making final decision. Therefore, it's essential to know your counterpart's position and decision-making authority in advance. Additionally, the negotiation style tends to be indirect, with an emphasis on preserving harmony. Conflict and confrontational approaches are generally discouraged, so maintaining a polite and respectful demeanor is crucial throughout the process. Next, the UAE's legal framework plays a significant role in negotiation, which is the contracts and agreement must adhere to local laws, and it advisable to seek legal counsel to ensure compliance. Furthermore, negotiations can be influenced by economic factors such as the fluctuating oil prices, and market conditions. Keeping an eye on the economic landscape and adapting your negotiation strategy accordingly is essential for successful business dealings in the UAE.
I will be presenting about bargaining behaviors in the United Arab Emirates, or known as UAE. Bargaining behaviors in UAE are influenced by the country's rich culture and its growth as a global business hub. The UAE has a diverse population, and its negotiation custom reflects a mix of old tradition and modern business method. Knowing this behavior is crucial for successful negotiation and interaction in this diverse environment. Negotiation effectively in UAE requires a combination of cultural sensitivity, interpersonal skill, and strategic acumen. Here are essential bargaining tips for navigating negotiation in the UAE successfully. Firstly, we have relationship building. Building strong personal relationship is a cornerstone of a successful negotiation in the UAE. In this culture, trust and rapport are not just advantages but considered prerequisite for productive negotiation. Emiratis appreciate when you take the time to inquire about their well-being, family, and interests before diving into business matters. Establishing a personal connection can significantly improve the atmosphere of the negotiation, which setting the stage for a more positive and fruitful outcome. Number 2, we have respect hierarchy and authority. Respect for social and professional hierarchies is deeply ingrained in the UAE. In negotiation settings, it is crucial to recognize and acknowledge the decision maker and authority figures. By addressing the most senior member first and demonstrating respect for their position, you are not only aligned with local custom but also enhance the chances of a smooth negotiation process. Number 3 is patience and indirect communication. UAE negotiation often require a degree of patience and indirect communication. Emiratis tend to avoid direct confrontation and may use polite phrases to convey their thought, which may not explicitly express disagreement. When proposing new ideas or changes, it is common for your counterpart to respond with phrases like, "We will consider this suggestion," indicating they need time to deliberate. In such situation, patience and willingness to engage thoughtfully are the key. Fourth is hospitality and tradition. Emiratis greatly value hospitality and tradition. When negotiating in the UAE, accepting offers of tea, coffee, or other refreshment is a gesture of respect and customary part of negotiation process. Engaging in polite conversation before getting down to business is seen as a sign of genuine interest and cultural respect. Embracing this custom can set a welcoming tone for the negotiation and demonstrate your commitment to build a positive relationship. Fifth is dress conservatively. Dressing modestly and conservatively, especially in formal settings, align with UAE custom and demonstrate respect. When attending a business meeting in the UAE, choose attire that covers the arm and legs, and it is appropriate for the occasion, such as a suit for men or a knee-length dress for a woman. Number 6, in-person negotiation. Face-to-face meetings are highly valued in UAE as they show commitment and respect for the negotiation process. Whenever possible, travel to the UAE for in-person meeting rather than relying solely on your virtual communication. This personal presence speaks volumes about your dedication. Number 7, use intermediaries. In complex negotiation, local intermediaries who understand UAE culture and custom can bridge gaps and facilitate communication. When negotiating a real estate deal with local investor, consider hiring a reputable Emirati real estate agent who can navigate the nuances of market and local custom. 8. Preparation and research. Do a thorough research and preparation with data and facts are crucial for demonstrating competence and confidence in negotiation. Before negotiating a business contract, gather market data, financial projection, and other relevant information to support your negotiation position effectively. Number 9, be flexible. While preparation is essential, being flexible and open to compromise is equally important in UAE negotiation. During price negotiation, consider adjusting term or adding value to the deal to meet the needs of both parties and reach mutually beneficial agreement. And last but not least is understand non-verbal communication. Non-verbal cues such as body language and facial expression, which convey significant information in UAE negotiation. Pay attention to your counterpart's body language, such as a smile or a nod may indicate agreement even they don't explicitly state it. By understanding and incorporating this point into your negotiation approach, you can navigate UAE bargaining behaviors effectively and build positive, lasting relationship in this culturally rich and diverse business environment. So, in conclusion, navigating negotiation in the UAE requires a delicate balance between respecting cultural tradition and implementing effective negotiation strategies. Being culturally aware, building strong relationships, and adapting to the nuances of UAE bargaining behaviors are key to achieve successful outcomes. As a business professional or visitors in this diverse and dynamic nation, incorporating this insight into your negotiation approach can lead to fruitful partnership and positive interaction.
Alright, now we arrive at decision making in UAE. Okay, decision making is a complex process that is influenced by a variety of factors, including the country's political system, culture, and economic condition. Okay, now we move to the main point of decision making. Okay, for the first main point in decision making in UAE is political system. The UAE is a federation of 7 Emirates, each of which is ruled by a hereditary monarch. The federal government is headed by the president, who is also the ruler of Abu Dhabi. The president has the ultimate authority over decision making, but he is expected to consult with the other emirs and with key government officials before making major decisions. Okay, in this context, emirs mean higher ups, for example, like chief or military commander. Okay, for the second point is about culture. Okay, the UAE is a collectivist culture, which means that decision making is often done by consensus. Okay, this means that all stakeholders are consulted and their opinion are taken into account before a decision is made. It can also mean that decision making can be slow and deliberate, as everyone involved want to make sure that the best decision is made for the group. Now, we move to the last point in decision making in UAE. For the last point is about economic conditions. The UAE is a wealthy country with a strong economy. This means that the government has the resource to invest to infrastructure, education, and healthcare. It also means that the government can afford to take risks and experiment with new ideas. Alright? Now, now we move to decision-making styles. In UAE, there are 2 types of decision-making styles that they use. Alright? The first one is top-down decision-making. This is the traditional style of decision-making in the UAE. Decision maker is usually the president or another high-ranking official. They make the decision and then communicate it to the rest of the organization. Alright. For the second style is about bottom-up decision-making. Okay. For this style of decision-making, it's become more common in the UAE. In this style, employees are encouraged to participate in the decision-making process. They are given the opportunity to share their ideas and suggestions, and their input is taken into account before a decision is made. The decision-making style that is used in a particular situation will depend on a variety of factors, such as urgency of the decision, the level of risk involved, and the culture of the organization. Okay, now we move to the UAE decision-making process, strength and weakness. Even though they have 2 styles of decision-making, both of it have their own strength and weakness. Okay, For the strength, the top-down decision-making style can be effective in making quick decisions in time of crisis. The bottom-up decision-making style can help to get buy-in from employees and improve morale. Okay, the UAE government is willing to invest in new technologies and ideas which can help to drive innovation. Alright, now about weakness. Okay, the top-down decision-making style can be seen as undemocratic and can lead to resentment among employees. The bottom-up decision-making style can be slow and inefficient, especially in large organizations. The UAE government can be slow to adapt to change, which can hinder economic growth. Overall, the UAE decision-making process is a complex one that is influenced by a variety of factors. The government is constantly working to improve the process and make it more effective, more efficient and inclusive.
Okay, now let's move on to the next part. For the next part is a communication style. In United Arab Emirates, or we call it as UAE, communication style are influenced by cultural, social and also business factor. Here are 4 main communication styles commonly observed in UAE. Okay, for the first one is politeness and courtesy. Politeness and courtesy are highly valued in Emirati culture. People often use respectful language and expression including greeting, pleasantries, and expression of gratitude. Starting and ending the conversation with polite phrase is customary. For the next one is formality. Communication in UAE is often formal, especially in business or official settings. People address each other using a title and honorifics such as Mr. or Doctor. Formality help establish respect and professionalism in interactions. After that, we have indirect communication. Emiratis often use indirect communication, particularly when discussing something sensitive or critical topic. Instead of using direct stating disagreement or criticism, they may use politic and circumlocutory language to convey their point. And for the last one, you have respect for hierarchy. Respect for social and professional hierarchy is an integral part of communication in UAE. Older individual, authority figures, and senior professionals are typically addressed with additional respect and deference. The use of title and honorific reflect this hierarchy. Active listening and non-verbal communication, such as active listening, is highly regarded in UAE communication. People pay close attention to the speaker, maintaining eye contact, and use non-verbal cues such as nodding to show engagement and also understanding. Facial expression and body language are significant as they convey unspoken message. This communication style reflect the cultural norms and value for the UAE. Emiratis place great importance on maintaining respect, harmony, and social order in their interactions, and this style facilitates effective communication within this culture context.
So now I'll be presenting about conflict management in the UAE. So conflict management in UAE is multi-phase and inter-shaped process that is shaped by a confluence of cultural, legal and business factors. Understanding and effectively navigating these factors are essential for individuals and organizations operating in the UAE. First of all is cultural factors, which is divided into 3 contexts, which is first collectivist culture, where the UAE's culture places in a high value on collective harmony and cooperation. This emphasis on maintaining group cohesion and can sometimes hinder open confrontation and disagreement. In conflicts, individuals may hesitate to express their dissenting opinions or challenge the status quo to avoid disrupting the group's harmony. Second is high context communication. The UAE is a high context culture where communication relies heavily on non-verbal cues, shared experience, and contextual understanding. This can lead to misinterpretation and misunderstandings during conflict resolution efforts. People may struggle to discern the underlying emotions and intentions of others, making it challenging to address issues effectively. Third is hierarchy and respect. Respect for the authority and seniority significant for UAE culture. Conflicts between individuals of different hierarchical levels can be particularly delicate to manage. Subordinates may be cautious about challenging superiors, and this can influence on how conflicts are handled within organizations. The second factor is legal factors, which is divided into two things. First is civil law system, second is mediation and arbitration. First is civil law system. Civil law system in UAE follows based on codified statutes. This provides a clear framework for resolving disputes, as parties can refer to established legal principles and regulations. Predictability in the legal process can be advantageous for parties seeking resolution through formal legal channels. Second is mediation and arbitration, where despite having a civil law system, the UAE encourages alternative dispute resolution mechanisms such as mediation and arbitrations. This approach aligns with cultural preference for maintaining relationships and avoiding public confrontation. Mediation and arbitration can be more efficient and less adversarial than traditional litigation, making them attractive options for resolving conflicts. Last but not least is business practice, which is divided into two terms, where first one is competitive business environment, and second is international business hub. The first one, competitive business environment, which the UAE thriving economy fosters a competitive business landscape. Businesses via for customers, contracts, and resources, which can lead to conflicts of interest. This competitive environment necessitates effective conflict management strategies to ensure fair competition and prevent dispute from escalating. The second business practice factor is international business hub. As a global business hub, the UAE attracts companies and professionals from diverse cultural backgrounds. This diversity can contribute to cross-cultural conflicts, making cultural sensitivity and adaptability essential skills for successful conflict resolution in the business sphere. So that's all for me. Thank you.